Hey, editing the video, and there's a weird feedback whistle going on, so if you want to skip to 5 minutes, I don't blame you, but it does stop after that. Hello,
Hi.
this is my brother Alexander. Officially the first guest on the podcast. How's that feel?
I know, I'm so excited and proud that you chose me to be your guest.
Yes, of course. Dude, what the heck?
It's
We're gonna have to enunciate a little bit louder, I think. Um,
means a lot.
so let's start off on a hot topic. Um, I don't have my iPad with me. It's in the room, but let me go grab it because that's where all the questions are.
Oh, okay.
So, talk to me for a second.
I'm the king of uninteresting, so this will be fun. Got the Spider-Man fit on today. A little sneak peek at next week's podcast. Uh, if he doesn't rank Spider-Man S tier, disowning him. Respect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get started here. I'm gonna go to my camera roll. Thank you everybody who submitted questions. Really appreciate it. Though again, half of them I can't repeat, but it's
Know
good
who
enough
you
for
are.
me. Yeah, you know who you are. Um, all right. Let's start with a good one. So, what is the worst animal to become intelligent suddenly? That question was submitted by Llewellyn Frickman, and yeah, that's pretty good. Sorry, I'm looking at the audio for a second, trying to see if I can turn it up. Okay, that should work. So, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Now.
I would think it wouldn't be who you would expect it to be. I mean, you would be scared of like gorilla, rhino. I think something with fingers, something with like a raccoon
Mhm.
or something that could get its hands on some human equipment that and would know how to use it.
Like a squirrel with a gun.
Yeah, exactly. Something that, because humans have built things because based on the fact that we have fingers. I mean, everything we do is because we have fingers. So I think the scariest thing would be if something had fingers, that would be able to work stuff that we already have.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's smart. I was thinking more of like, I don't know, I was thinking more like bug.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
like if Black Widows got and it depends on what your definition of bad is. Like what is worse? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Worse for like why are we assuming that these animals suddenly have like malicious intent kind of
Yeah,
thing?
that's true. I mean, just because a bug becomes intelligence doesn't mean that all of a sudden now they're thinking, how are we going to take these humans down?
Right. Um I think worse. I think I think the worst animal to suddenly become intelligent would have to be mosquitoes, right?
In what sense?
Because the only goal that they have is that they just want to drink human blood or drink blood, right? So if you compound extreme intelligence with I want to drink blood, that would be the worst. Or could it's definitely top five.
I mean, what smarter way would they have going about doing that, though? Like,
That's true. What's that one movie? where it's like they all have like green leaf armor, and there's the two slugs.
Oh, Epic?
Epic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they might go full epic, where it's like they learn how to like armor themselves.
Some gladiators.
They start the mosquitoes start industrializing.
They start wearing armor. You can't crush them anymore.
No, like it's like full on like beetle mode, where it's like they're spreading malaria, but then also they have impenetrable armor, so you can't smash them.
They also don't become a problem anymore. They cure malaria.
Like there's no reason to squish us now.
Guys, we're friendly.
We just want some blood. We'd have to start making packs with them, like we're starting to put blood tariffs on mosquitoes. Oh my god! All right, let's go the other way. Let's go where you were going with the raccoons or creatures with opposable thumbs. Yeah, that's where you're going for.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, this is the other side of it, right? Where well, I say mosquitoes because we don't have anything related to mosquitoes, right? That's where I was kind of going. Where mosquitoes have the only goal is to drink blood, right? But you picked a mammalian creature, right?
Right.
So if they became very smart, they'd be very ape-like in nature.
Yeah.
Right? Like they would have human traits. So they'd just be like a bunch of rocket raccoons running around.
Pretty sick.
That's pretty sick. I don't think that would get worse for us. It just depends. Like they want to be able to take us physically, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think they would stick to their scavenger nature.
Right.
Like maybe it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. I think the worst thing that might happen is now they just have to pay taxes.
Yeah, it's bad for them, not us.
Like knowing human beings, that's actually might be a good thing for us because knowing humans, we'd probably enslave them.
Yeah, let's get raccoons in the workforce.
Yeah, let's get them take over all the blue collar jobs. We're having all the raccoons clean all the pipes throughout all the cities, dude.
The new janitors, yeah.
The new janitors, the raccoons, the new I heard that's what Guardians of the Galaxy 4 is.
Rocket Raccoon's a plumber now. That's awesome, actually. That's good. That's actually crazy.
It's just we're putting raccoons on all the demo jobs.
Yep.
They're blowing stuff up. They're going,
boom.
That's very funny. But if we want to go, okay, so that's the positive route. Negative route. If they wanted to wage war on us, right? Humans against the raccoons. Sure, we have them by numbers, but they have full guerrilla warfare tactics.
Yeah, they'd be dogs.
We're not finding them. That's the problem. Like a human on average, what is like an average fighting male is like 5'9", 160, right? That sticks out, especially in like wilderness. Like we stick out,
right? Definitely.
But raccoons, there could be a pod of 20 raccoons under someone's porch.
They'll start setting traps.
They'll start really devious stuff. Like we're talking about Ewoks on crack.
Right, yeah. No.
And they can populate really fast. They're sure their lifespans aren't as long, but they're pretty long.
And then they're stealing weaponry. I mean, they're sneaky.
Yeah. But also, like, how far do we go into this? Right? The reason why it takes humans so long to develop is because we're so smart. That's one of the main reasons. That's why it takes 9 months, is because we have so many neurons to develop.
Yeah.
Would it take just as long for raccoons, or do they still have the buff of quick reproduction?
I think they would still have quick reproduction.
That's unfortunate for us, and that is actually bad news. And because they also can eat trash, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Eat anything.
Yeah, they can eat anything. They can drink any type of water, right? We need purified water. We need bottled water. Like, you know what I'm saying? They can go drink out of the lake, no problem. So we don't have that up on them when it comes to resources. That's bad. I get what you're saying is correct though. Like if a raccoon's gained extreme intelligence and they wanted to wage war on humanity, I think they have a shot.
I think they do actually.
I think they have a shot, especially for all like the wimps out there. Like, put this in perspective, folks. There are a lot of people every year that die from cat attacks.
That's true. And also just like rabies. Would that just be like the
That's just bath salts.
yeah, that's just drug addict comparison to a human.
A raccoon with rabies is just a guy in Philadelphia on bath salts on Skid Row. That's
the equivalent.
That's crazy. That's funny.
The raccoons in Portland.
Raccoons in Portland.
Yeah,
I heard that's
rough this year.
I heard that's the 5th Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good stuff. That's podcasting, folks. That's podcasting. All right. So let's go on to another question. Eli, you are a demon. I don't care. I'm name dropping. So, all right. Let's talk Discord mods. I do feel like talking Discord mods. So, okay. There's 2 different questions, Eli, regarding Discord moderators. There's I'll let you pick. There's the what do you think goes on in their brains, or let's talk about the responsibilities.
I think we got to get into both of them.
Okay, I like it.
We'll start with responsibilities though. I think it's a lot of hard work, and I think they deserve some respect.
I think they also deserve some deodorant.
But I mean, we don't all have kittens like they do. So what do we know?
Yeah, what do we know, dude?
I mean, can you blame them for not taking showers? I mean, they got a lot on their plate.
Oh, they certainly have a lot
metaphorically, metaphorically and physically. Okay.
I think what's going on in their brains, actually, like for real, is that I'm not trying to generalize, but typically, like, what do you think of like? There's a Discord moderator in the living room right now. Like, what do you picture?
Like, obviously, stereotypically is like bigger, stinky, got a neck beard, probably a pedophile.
Yeah, probably. Like Jensen Impact savant, like Valorant, like grinds games that would drive other people up a wall.
Yeah,
right. I think stereotypically, I should say, when you think of a Discord moderator, you think of like just a generally socially inept guy that you eye to eye, you couldn't hold a conversation with the person, but just like you see all over the place, people when they get online have this false sense of confidence, right?
Yeah,
and I think all of that stuff they bottle in comes out through they get power, right? Discord moderator, you have power to ban people. You have power to you basically dictate the social setting you're in or perceived social setting. So I think they get an outlet for power. They get an outlet for being social without judgment of how they may be perceived physically, right?
Yeah.
I think that they get to act out on, we'll say, they get to be promiscuous again without the negative part of their physical appearance, right? They get to say whatever they want. If they get to like catfish or cosplay as like Gojo,
yeah,
you know, Like if their profile picture is like a hot anime guy, they're like,
yeah, that's me.
yeah, it's basically me.
Yeah, I mean, also just so out of touch with reality. I mean, you perceive life as an anime, like you think and you talk as if you were an anime character, and it's just so bizarre. You're so, like I said, out of touch with reality. Like, I mean, do you just get no social interactions outside of Discord? I mean,
That's a lot of people.
yeah, I mean, sadly, it is a lot of people. And what do these people do it for work? I mean, how are these people self sufficient?
Fuck GoFundMe.
I guess.
Guys, subscribe to my GoFundMe or donate to my GoFundMe. I'm really in a hard spot right now. Not making fun of people that are in a hard spot, but like when your only source of income because you refuse to go get a job because you'd like to sit on Discord all day and talk to
Underage
women, you've got a problem on your hands. You are not a contributing member to society. Not saying that all Discord moderators are that, I guess, but stereotypically, if Eli, we know what type of Discord moderator you're talking about. That's the type of Discord moderator we're talking about. Funny we brought this up. I actually saw the video about this, about like social ineptness, right? I saw a theory that there are no true introverts. What do you think of when you think of an introvert?
Someone that prefers to stay inside and away from social situations.
Right. I don't think that's true. I don't think anybody is truly like that in nature. Now, don't get me wrong. There are outliers, right? Like we have sociopaths, we have psychopaths, we have people that genuinely do not have neurons that are firing right. If you take the most introverted person ever, not okay, maybe not the most, but the average introvert, they have at least 3 or 4 friends.
Yeah.
Close friends. They like to hang out with those friends.
Yeah.
Right? That makes them not an introvert.
Right. I mean, no one's truly 100% introverted because you would just never talk to anyone. I mean, that's what you would prefer, and no one wants to just be alone forever.
Yeah. Maybe that's just too much of a blanketed statement, like a black and white take. But I don't know. There was okay. A person I maybe didn't look up to that much, but has said a couple of good things once or twice. They said that being introverted or extroverted is based off of how you charge your battery.
Yes, I remember this.
Yes. So if you're introverted, which by all means I'm an introvert by technicality or definition, but I would say if I'm an introvert, I'm an outgoing introvert.
Yeah.
Right? Because I definitely recharge my battery by like sitting on this couch, watching YouTube videos, being by myself or Sarah in the room,
Right.
In the presence of others is nice, but if I get my alone time, that's how I recharge. I do not recharge by going out and going to like a brewery and talking to as many people as I can.
Yeah.
Like I'm not jacked up about that at all. But I do love to hang out with my close friends that I share values with and can hold an intelligent conversation or just talk about absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Just like brain rot for an hour. That's like one of the reasons why I love to talk to you so much is because we understand each other on such a deep level as brothers, but also that we're kind of the same.
Yeah, no, definitely.
When it comes to like sense of humor, when it comes to being able to turn off and on the switch of seriousness and goofing around.
Right.
Like we both have the same understanding of there's a time and a place.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we were just at Applebee's and you could argue that there was a Discord moderator.
Yeah, no.
As the host. Within the first 5 seconds of us being at the restaurant, there's like the host table, right, where they hand you the menu and stuff. And then there's this like right behind him there's these two little steps and there's a landing that goes up where these like booths are. Within the first 5 minutes of us being there, he does this little jump and like little Mario jump down the steps.
Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it other than a
Yeah.
little Mario jump.
I don't know what this Applebee's thought it was, but it came off very heavily as like High School Musical. Like we were sat down to get our food, and the two waitresses like, "You go, girl," and did like a little twirl around each other. I was dumbfounded. I was caught off guard by those people.
Yeah.
And then you have the broccoli kids, the broccoli head kids that were like, I'm not going to reenact what they're doing, but I can explain it. They were bouncing up and down on the booth chair with their eyes rolled in the back of their head with their tongues out, and it seemed like they were with their girlfriends.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
Kids are so cooked.
Like literally out of touch of reality. Just like, but in a different way than
the Discord.
Like, just your social interaction is like what I see on TikTok is how I'm supposed to. TikTok dances is my way of conversating. I mean, you're making these weird facial expressions that like just TikTok, bro. It's great.
It's so wicked.
It's bad.
I don't know about you, but I started seeing this type of behavior, I would say, when I was in middle school, right? When Vine came out. This is kind of like the first episode I talked about this.
That was before my time.
True. You would have been
young.
Yeah, you would have been in like fourth grade, fifth grade.
Way before I even had a phone.
Yeah, way before. But like, I saw the behavior start of like, and don't get me wrong, people have been doing this forever, right? Like back then, if you were the funniest guy, if you could quote like Anchorman, or like comedy movies like Adam Sandler, like if you could just riff off quotes from these comedy movies, you were like perceived as the funniest guy ever, right? That's how it used to be. Or like for us, like cartoons, right? Like Adventure Time, like oh, that's good stuff. But it slowly devolved into this like I'm a freshman in college, like a grown man, legally, right? And people's like their whole vocabulary is TikTok.
Yeah.
As you should. Slay queen. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a time and a place for that. But I only see the only correct time and place being irony. You know, if it's ironic that you're doing it and it's funny,
yeah,
sweet. But if you're for real saying that because now it is a part of your vocabulary, that I view that as a problem.
That actually reminds me of the like how you I don't have TikTok, but I see like screenshots of like the TikTok comments of something very serious, a very serious situation, and it's just memes in the comments of like trying to sympathize, but like you're laughing about it, or I can't think of an example right now, but
like, are you laughing at me or with me type of thing?
No, it's just like say there was a child that was kidnapped, and then the comments would be, "They did what to him?" And then it's like
I know you're talking.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how what even to call that, but
I know exactly what you're talking about.
just
it's like trying to cope with perceived humor.
Yeah.
Heavy doses of copium. But like that's just another like reality break. Well, here's the thing. Right? You're not posting on TikTok if you're not trying to get attention.
True.
Right? So like people will try to monetize shocking amounts of people monetize tragedy.
Yeah.
Right? That's like if you have a kid with a disability and people will like milk the kid or throw him up on a TikTok live and be like, just say like like send gifts and stuff, and we'll get money.
Yeah.
Or even like which the craziest ones I've seen are like my grandpa is in hospice on his deathbed, and I'm making TikTok dance videos with him in the background.
Yeah.
My grandpa's dying. He's stage 4. Like, you're doing the video to get attention to yourself by using your dying grandfather as shock value, but
Yeah.
also B, doing a goofy dance because that's the trend. Like that, those two don't match.
Yeah. There's lines that
Time and
I
place.
don't know. Yeah, team people just don't know anymore. There's no concept of like time and place.
Anything to get a click, man.
Yep.
Anything to get 50 views.
Yeah. Something.
And it's like it's so sad because it's like the wickeder the video, the more it gets viewed. So that's why you have all these kids like acting out in public, right? We saw at Applebee's because all of the people they're watching on social media are doing weird stuff in public.
Yeah.
So they're like, this is just like anybody. Like, who's somebody you look up to? Like, think famous. Anybody?
I try not to look up the famous people.
But like, okay, I'll do one. So Caleb Dressel.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
he's my favorite swimmer.
Yeah, athletes is a good route. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, like people I look up to for like motivation.
Right.
Caleb Dressel, right? He's very positive online. He's a great athlete, great swimmer, great sprinter, all time. I look up to him because I saw a lot of myself in him. But now what people are doing is that they're looking for other people in themselves, if that makes sense. Or they're like straight up like Chameleon from Spider-Man. Like, I'm just gonna become this guy because I have
Mm.
no sense of self because I've been raised on a phone.
Yeah, I mean, there's no more like originality. People don't be themselves. It's just you clone whoever you see
Yeah,
online.
that's like the whole broccoli kid epidemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, all these guys that are famous on TikTok have perms. I guess I'll get a perm.
Yeah.
All of these guys that go to the gym that are super jacked but are lazy and don't dress right. Well, I'm not jacked, but I'm not going to dress right because that's half of it. So I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get a perm. I'm going to wear pajama pants and a wife beater. And I'm going to show up with 10 of my homies and hog the bench for 4 hours.
Yeah.
It. The common denominator is the phone.
Yeah. It all leads back to
Right. Because and I think we've talked about this before, but like we are truly the last generation to be like have our formative years without
right. I
technology.
mean, it's never gonna be. It's gonna be a while that until this gets fixed. I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I mean, there's gonna be some hard pivots to be had for us to turn it around. And
Yeah.
I think the only way it truly gets turned around is if we try to mirror what we did when we were brought up, which is you're not touching a phone until you're in middle school for emergency purposes only. Once you can prove that you are responsible enough to have your own personal device, then you'll get an upgrade.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of social cues that coming up without a phone you kind of like need. I don't know. I feel like you watch that brain rot at such a young age,
Mm,
and your brain is. It's why it's called brain rot. Your brain is literally fried
yeah.
from the phone. I mean, it's literally you'd rather sit there on the phone instead of make connections, talk to people. Your social connections are from whatever you see scrolling.
Yeah. And there's no feedback. That's the dangerous part.
Yeah.
Is you're talking to people online, you're having social interactions with no face-to-face feedback. Like what we're doing right now, eye contact. These are very important cues,
Right.
right? Like body language. You're missing that entirely when you're just on the phone the whole time. I think it's Australia. They're in the right direction. I think where they are banning social media for minors.
Mm. Okay.
I think that's huge, right? Because there's such a lack of moderation now,
Oh
where
yeah.
like I mean, let's agree, when we saw some things we shouldn't have seen when we were far too young.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether like when I was really young, it was Live Leak, which is just essentially gore videos. Like
Yeah, I remember
the
hearing about
the
that.
weird kid in middle school just like flashes an ISIS beheading video to you in the seventh grade, and you're like, well, how do I feel about that?
Yeah, and
You
then,
know?
that happens week after week, and then, I mean, that was desensitized like back then. I mean, and nowadays you see that's something they're seeing every day.
That's just Twitter now.
Yeah, that's just your daily dose of
Elon Musk is feeding
crazy.
that to you daily.
Yeah.
That's just the algorithm.
Yep.
Is like I'm watching a guy on O Block get turned to Swiss cheese for no reason.
Yep.
Like that is just what I'm witnessing today. And I didn't ask for it.
Nope.
Like back then, at least you had to go onto like a specific website, like LiveLeak, if you wanted to see that for whatever wicked reason. But now it's just like that's the algorithm.
On
Or
everything too. It's on
yeah,
everything. Twitter, Instagram. I literally don't even have social media anymore. I deleted Instagram.
yeah, like
I
it gets
I can't
wicked,
do it.
bro.
Yeah.
Wicked. And like if an Instagram moderator decides that they want to go on strike, like all that's being pushed out. That happened last year, where Instagram videos got like crazy because the moderators went on strike. So it was just like every video was just an insane fight video, or
Right.
like you would just upload anything, um, pornography, like all that was going on Instagram. It's crazy, and that's just like because a couple of moderators went on strike, and like kids are on Instagram, bro. Like
Yeah.
I can't imagine as a parent now having to maneuver through that. But and also the reason why these kids are subjective is because the parents don't care. They
Yeah.
just put
That too.
the iPad in the kid's face, and they're like, "Okay, have a day."
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole other can to open. I mean,
Yeah,
there's no parenting anymore. It's just
feels like it.
I want to do what I want to do, so I don't want to hear my kid complain. Here's an iPad. But
Wicked stuff. But I don't know. I don't. I have hope though.
I do too.
I think there's just a couple of right turns that need to be made, and I
Definitely.
think we can make a pivot because at the end of the day, the goal of the creation of technology is for the betterment of humanity.
Right.
Right? We're trying to make our lives easier. Now, don't get me wrong. Our brains are not developed enough yet to handle the amount of stimulation we have on a day to day basis with technology. Not
Yeah.
even close. That's why we have anxiety. Anxiety used to be a good thing. Anxiety was, I'm scared that bush is rustling because there may be a saber toothed tiger in there that'll kill me and my entire family. That's what anxiety used to be for. Now it's survival now is just like paying the bills.
Yeah.
So like if you're not doing well in a job, you're like, well, that is how I survive because I need an income to buy food, to have
Right.
shelter. So it's and that's just like one side of it. Like the fear, they're literally fear is growing. I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer, but fear is growing. But also our way of coping with it is also getting much better. It's just there's so many fears now. Like for example, like the introduction of AI, that is now a new phobia,
Yeah.
right? The more we develop technology, the more we develop systems, the more fears will naturally evolve, right? But also with that, we're so good at problem solving that we're combating it. There's just going to be a point where it's going to flatline, right? Because the last 60 years, arguably, have been the last 100 years have been the biggest jump in human development ever.
Yeah, no, I mean, gosh, the biggest invention was freaking farming for the longest, and
Jesus
then
Christ.
all of a sudden we got electricity. Now there's phones. Now there's, you know, international communication.
Yeah, I can talk to a guy from China today. I talk to a lady from China every week at work, or one of our production people. Like, that's crazy. It's nighttime for her.
And I mean, 150 years ago, you'd have to take a boat. It would take, 2 months, take a boat, and then take a wagon, to get to the other side of the world, and just to tell someone something. And now it's just,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know,
we've played Red Dead, bro. Red Dead takes place in the 1890s.
yeah, exactly.
That's a little over 120 years ago. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
We were out riding around in horses and buggies and like relying on a system of bartering.
yeah,
And now we have like I can't even tell you how many screens are in this room right now. Like that's blowing Arthur Morgan's mind.
yeah, no, definitely.
He can't handle the truth. Um
Gosh.
well, let's end it on a positive note. So because it was kind of a gloomy.
Yeah, sorry.
There was some good advice in there though.
Maybe.
Yeah. There was some pretty introspective moments on like introvert stuff, how we truly feel about parenting,
Yeah.
technology, that we're hopeful. That's good,
Yeah.
you know. And at the end of the day, it's up to us.
Yeah.
We're the next generation to be doing that job.
Parenting. Yeah.
You know. So there is hope. So let's end with a game of rock paper scissors. Just 2 or 3. Ooh. Ooh.
And I'm never coming back on this podcast.
Bye bye.